Wow, that was quick. So if anyone's watching this in post video or something, I don't know. I'm trying to troubleshoot my server, and I thought, doing it live wouldn't be a bad idea. And so that's what we're doing. We're doing it on my phone, because then I could look stuff up on my computer if need be. Because I still think it's a power supply issue with my server. And the fans aren't ramping up like crazy anymore, but it still is not doing right, because there's the aux CR1, and I think earlier I heard something. I don't know. I'll do it again so you guys can see what I'm talking about. No, you're not booting up yet. Not yet. I can reach this display cable. Hold on. Oh yeah, there's the beep. So, yep, something's failing. I think it's the power supply, but just going through our options here. Jeez, that's cold. I only got one stick of RAM in right now. The aux CR1 light is on. Let's try booting with 0 fans, in case if those are causing an issue, which I doubt it. Nope. Still same issue. Light is still on. And it kind of boots up right as I turn it on. Let me grab the display cable so I can hook it up to my monitor. Don't want to drop this thing. There, it's close. And I can actually reach it, hook it up. I'm gonna get it situated again before I plug it in and flip my phone back. Alright, there we go. Now let's plug in the cable. Display board's already plugged in. Power supply fan is turning on. And let's switch my monitor to DisplayPort 2. Automatically went back to DisplayPort 1. Beep still on. Ugh, Reddit. Let's see what Reddit has. Oh yeah, I checked this thread. It was nothing. I think it's the power supply. Yeah, change the power supply. That's what I'm seeing. My HP on this website, Fixia.com. My HP desktop blinking green light after. Okay, why is it not letting me click it? It's being a bitch. There. My HP desktop blinking green light, aux CR1, after I removed the BIOS battery from the motherboard and set it back on again. Okay, this never happened. Oh, hi. I'm not building anything. I'm troubleshooting my, a computer I use as a server. Oops. And it's not working right now. I think it's the power supply, but might as well go through all our options while I'm waiting for the power supply to arrive in the mail. So what I'm seeing is some HP desktop blinking green light aux CR1 after I moved the BIOS battery from the motherboard and set it back in again. Well, that was even when I had the CMOS battery in. Someone replied to it, HP Master. This below may solve your problem. Change the power supply, bypass power by the button switch, remove the BIOS battery, or reset the BIOS by removing the battery, remove the RAM, hard disk, and CD drive. Okay, so BIOS battery isn't even in right now. It's sitting right here. I only got one stick of RAM in here. So let's shut it off and unplug the hard drive as well. Hard drive unplugged. Now let's try it again. Let's remove this fan. This is not plugged. Okay, beep, like I expected. Anything on the monitor? Let's see. What? It's like, what? There's actually a display. Holy shit, it's getting hot. I need to shut this off before the fan. Oh, Jesus. Ah, that is hot. I need to shut it off and plug the fan in before that overheats. Ah, that is hot to the touch. Why do I keep touching it? I have another fan lying around somewhere. Wherever I put it. I think I set it. Yep, right here. So let's plug this in as well to do that. Jeez. Heat sink is hot. Hey. Okay, thing still showed up. Front chassis fan not detected. Well, it is plugged in. Trying. It might smell burning. Jesus. That fan just spun right on, hit itself. It's on. Fan's on. Let's take a keyboard I have sitting here and plug it in. Should be able to do a BIOS setup thing without it. The aux CRV light is... Oh, thanks! The aux CRV light is still on. Boot. Escape. Okay. Media test failure. Check cable. Existing Intel boot agent. Okay. Yeah, it's gonna fail. Non-system disk or disk error. Replace and strike any key when ready. Okay, let's shut it off and plug the hard drive back in. You know, actually, I need to buy a second hard drive, because I want to do a, what's called a RAID 1 configuration. It's like all the, I don't like buying a lot of stuff for my server brand new, as it's just going to be overpriced. Front chassis fan's not detected. It's there, though, you dumbass. Says failed to open, but this is normal. Okay. We are in. But that aux CR1 light is still on. However, it's booting. Like, wow. Let's also check. Let's feel the heat. Jesus. Is that fan supposed to be spinning? Yep. No, that's a little warm. I wonder in the BIOS if I could ramp these fans up. Too expensive? What do you mean, too expensive? Like this was a cheap project. It's like I'm just using spare parts one of my friends has, and only ordering new parts online if I need to. Like I already ordered a new power supply. Oh no, this was cheap. In total, I've spent like $60 on this thing, because the actual old computer was about $40 off eBay, and then I bought a software called AMP, which is what I use for the Minecraft hosting. And that was $20. I probably shouldn't have done that, but I don't really care. I like using AMP. It's not very well respected in the tech community, from what I'm hearing. It's like, because I heard about it from the YouTuber Zach's Tech Turf. And I didn't realize it was a sponsored video until I found the video yesterday again. Okay, yeah, now with 2 fans sitting here, it's getting nice and cool. And so I had bought it thinking, oh, it must be good because CTT recommended it. And it's like, he's not very well respected from what I hear. And it's like, I kind of lost a lot of respect for him after finding out that he puts RGB in budget builds. Like, that cuts down like $100 if you don't do RGB. And so, like, my computer has no RGB. It was cheaper. I was like, I'm not doing RGB. Like, $1,300 for my computer, and yet no rainbow puke. I do want to get some eventually, but like I don't really have much of a reason to, as mine works perfectly fine, and RGB is not necessary, and yeah. This is taking a while to boot, but there is a mouse on here, mouse on the screen. It's booting. It's booting! Isn't this awesome? If I can find a USB port. It's like, let me grab my phone and show the screen. This is a very slow boot up, but it's working. Oh yeah. And I don't even know what I did, but I did it. And we are in the desktop interface right now. Mouse is working like that. And let's double check my systems are all up and running. So I'm actually going to switch to my main PC and check. I'm trying to think. Is this running? It's not showing up. Let's try the local connection. Nope, it's not showing up either. Let's try it with the old port number, just in case it got resetted. It's not working either. Let's try Jellyfin, because I tried the AMP control panel. Let's try Jellyfin. Okay, Jellyfin's not working either. Let's try Secure Shell. Secure Shell isn't working either. It just could be. Maybe it's taking out the BIOS batteries. Nope. I realized the issue. With it. I did this before, I did it again. You know what the issue is? I see that nobody's watching now, it says 0 people. But you know what the ding dang old issue is with, not not being able to do a secure shell or anything. Ethernet cord's not plugged in. I did this before. I did it again. That's a simple fix. Let's put it down on the ground. There. No! You're not supposed to do that, you stupid thing. I can't get this up. Let me find it. Why can't I do this? I'm stupid. There, feel it. Yeah, I can't really see when I don't have a flashlight. This is gonna... There. It's in. Yeah. Now, let's get back in to it after putting the Ethernet cord in. First, let's test it. Let's go into localhost. Oh yeah, browser takes a while to open up. I forgot about that. Why does it take so long? Mechanical hard drive. Because I'm not going to spend money on an SSD for my server. It's like I did at one point have an SSD in here, but that was like when I still thought a Windows server was a good idea, and that was before I really got anything set up. And then I realized, you know what? An SSD is a huge waste for a server. I'm not doing that. Why is Firefox not opening up? It's... Let's go back and try Secure Shell now. Nope. Unless the IP address or the LAN IP changed, which I doubt it, but it could have. There, Firefox opened. Jesus, it's taking a while. Jellyfin. Oh my god. Why is it so much slower than usual? Ah! I know why. I know why it's being so much slower. Because currently, right now, I only have probably 2 gigabytes of RAM in there. Like, let me see how much RAM is in there. Oh yeah, I only got 2 gigabytes of RAM. I forgot. Forgot to put in the rest. And I'm an idiot. Let's... that's why. Big brain right here. The smartest man in the room. Let's put that RAM back in then. So I'll have to get on it. Do it. By the way, if you are interested in doing a home server, I highly recommend it. It is a really good idea. Your family got an old computer they don't care about? Bam, your home server. Or you're like me, you don't have an old computer that no one gives a shit about. buy one off eBay for not that expensive. And then afterwards, you just... Like, don't do Windows for a server. I will tell you that. It's not stable for a server. It's... you're gonna just have a bad time. What you're gonna want to do for a server is Linux. Most of the world's servers run on Linux, even Microsoft's own servers. And what version of Linux? Well, I personally use Debian. But most servers in the world actually use Ubuntu. However, from what I hear, Debian is better than Ubuntu. And so let's get this RAM in. Let's ram it in, and I didn't put it in the wrong way any of the time. Whoa! Except I have one stick left. This went in the right way as well. Alright, now that we got 12 gigabytes of RAM in here, instead of the previous 2, let's get this plugged back in. Now, I hear the fans ramping up. Let's check my monitor. I'm still sitting on the floor right now. Not ready for the camera to see my ugly face yet. Okay, so nothing on the monitor. Let's... again. Alright, now should be running a little bit. So let's sit back in my chair and try again. Nothing on the display yet. I'm not even gonna try Secure Shell. As Secure Shell, I will guarantee you, will not work right now. Hard drive spinning. Almost put my hand where the CPU fans were. That would have been dumb. Silly me. Damn it, the fans are ramping up. That's not a good sign. Shit, that is not a good sign. Why? Why are you ramping up? You're not supposed to do that. If you look up the issues with the LED, or like if you look up what the LED means, the aux CR1, that's what it says. Like, fans ramp up. Let's also... trying to think. No, we're gonna keep my main computer on. That's powered on now. Oh my god, why is this not working? gonna go get something real quick, so I'll be back. Like I expected. Goddamn fans are ramping up again. It's not what I want. You gave me hope, you stupid computer. Yes, I did just kick it, if you couldn't hear. You gave me hope. Wait. Wait. How come it worked with only one stick of RAM? I still had a lot of the same issues with one stick of RAM. But how come it doesn't work now that I put those other sticks back in? That is a good question. So, let's get on the floor again. Take a look. I'm gonna actually grab my phone so then you guys can kind of see what I'm doing. Alright, so. It worked with that stick of RAM in, so let's pull out this one. This one, the two center ones. So let's actually try. So either way, I'll have to end the stream in like a half an hour. Let's just try RAM in dual channel. Let's do the 4 GB sticks in dual channel and take a look. Hi, do you need something? Oh, I forgot. I put some food in the microwave. I just remembered. What are you doing? You need something? Do you have to go potty, perhaps? I think he has to go potty. So, I forgot to put something in the microwave anyways, so, yeah. Let's go. Move. Come on. Come on. So I reheated some leftover pizza. It doesn't look good. Sit and eat it, and then try with the Ram, as I have not really had anything to eat today yet. So let's eat. I gotta say, this frozen pizza though is the best frozen pizza brand I've had. Using a bottle of ranch, a little low. I gotta say it's the best frozen pizza brand I've had. And like I don't know, how common it is like outside of Minnesota, or if it even is outside of Minnesota. Oops, dropped something. But called Heggy's. It's the best frozen pizza I've ever had. Alright, I finished eating and I'm gonna go put it back, or put it in the garbage. And so I'm gonna grab a soda and let's continue working. And now it's funny. I eat so fast. It's a joke with my online, not my online friends. It's a joke with my family that I eat so incredibly fast. And yeah. Anyway, where were we? Let's test this pupper with only dual channel. See how that works. Why are you powering up, you stupid thing? Every time I plug in the cable. Every time I... God damn. Should be 8 gigabytes of RAM it's using in here. Let's... Not a fan of Black Cherry, really. Yeah, so... Well, that's turned on now. Look, will it post? It posts. Chassis fans not detected. So, part of me is thinking, this RAM stick right here might be shot. And it could still be a power supply issue. And I think it is still power supply related. However, I think this RAM stick is a big culprit. And that's just simply because this one is the one we tested with just it. This one didn't seem to work. After I make sure everything's good, I am going to reboot it again and try with the extra RAM. I'm going to try it with this. If it posts then, I'll try it with this. And if it doesn't post then, I'm tossing this in garbage. I'm kidding. It's RAM. That could pay for my college. It's DDR3, 2 gigabytes. So, wouldn't be worth that much. It's like, I'm so glad I built my computer. Wait, you stupid fan. It's up to the other fan. But it is posting. You know, every time it starts up, I see all this stuff. And it says, okay, okay. However, for, what was it? I think it was NGINX is what says failed. Every time. So I've been unable to get that to work. I'm sorry, like, I have something in my throat. There. I hate winter and allergy season so much. Don't worry, my hands are clean. So, yeah, it's gonna take a while for it to post. And I got it in the stream, like, probably 20 minutes. But, so far it's working. And I wish I tested all the RAM first. I still think it's a power supply issue as well. But it's also a RAM issue, I think. Okay, so Nextcloud shows up as okay on here. So how come when I try and do it, because like the setup for Nextcloud says to go to the server IP address. And what it does is it just takes me to Apache 2. Which I also have installed. If I stop Apache 2, then then it'll just take me to nothing. Alright, we are on the desktop screen. Let's open this up and take a look. It'll be a little slower with the 8 gigabytes of RAM. Yeah, if you want to start a server, you gotta learn a lot about networking. You need to know public, private, and LAN IP. LAN IP is usually local area network, and you can only do it on the same network. So it's like, I could only connect to my server via the LAN IP on the same network, like if I'm connected to the same internet or same router. And so if I try to use the LAN IP off the network, it just won't work. If I'm connected via the LAN IP and I leave the house, it'll just disconnect. And so yeah, LAN IP usually starts with 192.168 and something. My LAN IP address for my server is 192.168.150.101. I can give that to you guys, and you can do nothing with that information. It is safe. And so, let me see. If stuff like Jellyfin is up and running on this server. It's either taking a while, or it's not. Let's try and connect via Secure Shell on my main computer again. Nope. Oh, Jellyfin is working. It's just taking a ton of time to load because I have 4 gigabytes less of RAM than I did before. The processor I got in the server is an i7-2600 quad core. Not that bad. Usable by today's standards, equivalent to an i3 of today. Those dual cores, though, like dual cores. Let's try. AMP. AMP is unable to connect for some reason. Let's go into the terminal, because I think I know what will fix that. Sudo system ctl status amp. Probably not going to work. Let's just see though. Amp.service could not be found. Okay, so yeah, I did it wrong. We're in the root now. I can't remember the command. I think it's. Yep, that's correct. No, that's incorrect. Let me look at the command. I have. Someone told me in the Discord server. Amp instance mgr restart ADS 001. Boom. I gotta blow my nose again. Alright, the ADS should be working now. So let's try again. Oops, wrong one. Yeah! Works. I'm in. Yeah! Now let's try on my main computer though. Because just because everything's working on localhost doesn't mean that it'll work on here. So let's try Secure Shell. Okay, Secure Shell will not work. Let's try browser. Okay, so both Jellyfin and AMP are not connecting right now, along with Secure Shell not working. So, how come? It knows it should be AMP. What the hell? Let's just do this instead. Let's do an update. Where I see Jellyfin, Docker, 8 packages can be upgraded, so sudo apt upgrade. Proceed with installation. Oops. Continue. So. It's a little dumb to drink it out of a straw, but well, I got teeth to worry about. I have Invisalign, and so, like, I'm not wearing them right now. But, yeah. Won't reach. Yeah, that'll do now. We're gonna try and get everything set up again. Once I do, I'm gonna end the live stream because I gotta leave soon. You know, they say insanity, or the definition of insanity, is doing the same thing over and over again and expecting different results. When I do the same thing over and over again, I'm not expecting different results. I'm expecting to see a pattern, and then I can figure out what the issue is. It's like, thank God for diagnostic LEDs. Alright, that's done. Now let's try sudo system ctl status open SSH. Okay, could not be found. I probably did it wrong. There we go. Alright. So, it has been running since 30 minutes ago. I can't click on anything now. Nope, there. Let's keep that open. IPA to double check if the IP address. The LAN IP did change. That was the issue. I should have done that before. It is. Are you kidding me? Is it now on port 24? 102. 102. 102. 102. I'm gonna need to get that memorized now. 102. Yes. Yes. Type in my password. Probably did it wrong. Nope, I didn't. I'm in Scare Shell now! Woohoo! Got it working! But if it's on port 24, then I need to switch that, unfortunately. Amp is on there. Boom. Jellyfin, are you gonna work? Jellyfin's not loading right now. For some reason. Wonder why. Let's try my domain name. This is on AMP, just to double check. It doesn't seem to be working. Oh, Jellyfin took a while to load, but now it's there. Let's go to Google. So I don't know if it works or not. Okay, it's either taking a while to load. Nope, it's... So my domain name isn't working now either. Yeah, the domain name is not working for Secure Shell, AMP, and probably not Debian. So, I need to figure something out. Hi. I need to figure that out then, because this is not working. But for now, I'm actually just going to shut off the server. It's partially running now. I do not have time to figure this out right now. Sudo power off. Password. Disconnected. Well, just wait for it to shut down. If it will. I never still hear the fans. Oh, it is shutting down. It's just taking a while. Once this fully shuts down, I'm turning off the stream and getting ready to leave. And should probably comb my hair. I don't know. Yeah, I'm gonna get my shoes on. Then go to my car, start it, and then come back in, brush my teeth, get dressed, do all that crap. Sure, it's taking a while to do. Waiting for AMP to shut down is what it's saying. I wonder why. Oh, bye. And so now that it is shut down, I actually have some good news for once to do with my server. I'm no expert at troubleshooting. I am actually terrible. But like with this server, I've actually been really upset recently that it has been non-functional. But now that it's up and running, or at least partially, because of either a faulty power supply, faulty RAM module, or both, I'm happy. I'm a happy person. Happy camper. Anyway, later today, probably around 5 o'clock or something, when I get home off work, I will make another video, probably troubleshooting my server even more, and so after that, yeah. But I'm glad my server is functional now, and I assume that the power supply is still causing an issue, and so I'm still gonna, like, if it's not, I can return that power supply. And so, yeah, I'm gonna do some more testing tomorrow, or tonight, probably tomorrow, and probably Monday, as I have a 3-day weekend, and I'm home alone until tomorrow afternoon, probably, and so I got nothing to do but work on my server. Whoa, I'm happy, finally! Oh my god! I've been missing working on my server. I've been bored. Nothing to do, really. So, let's get it done. Let's continue working on it later today, tomorrow, Monday. See you then.